I'm trying to take y'all to a place. Or maybe I should say, I'm trying to take y'all to a place. Whoa, no, it's not that serious. But it's a quiet place. It's a real quiet place. You see, it's a garden. And in this garden, different seeds from different places have been thrown together, but in the particular part of the garden that I'm talking about, all the roses grow up as white. It's not because I'm racist, it's just because that's the thought that came to mind when I was writing this. See, I call this garden life, but you probably know it as poetry. I've spent so much time speaking to this garden that the roses actually grow according to the carbon dioxide that is released from my mouth in our conversations. This garden knows a lot about me. Like the fact that until 3 years ago, I didn't really know that I was a loud person. But I'm like really loud. Like I'm so loud that even when you could barely see me, you could still hear me from that far. I got a few favorite rappers. Okay? J. Cole. Old Kanye. Old Kanye. Ludacris and Kendrick Lamar. Go now. I laugh at my own jokes. I got a thing for alcohol, but after a year ago, I said, I'm not gonna live that life no more. I'm a virgin. Amen. And when I say virgin, I don't mean like reborn virgin, I mean like I ain't even tipping. But I used to be a hoe. See, I was the type of guy that would talk to a girl, and even though we had a good thing, I would break up with her, only to use my words to get back with her. And then after I got back with her, I would make her say, I still got it, don't I? And I would answer, I still got it, don't lie. All right. See, I live and I love poetry. But at the same time, I've built a house on the edges of procrastination and insanity. So you already know. I just wrote this piece less than a week ago. But while we talking about bullet holes, I just want to inform you that I used to be a pretty boy until I ran into a fashion killer, and she had a pistol that went bang, bang, boom, boom, bam, bam. And then I picked up a rifle and I said, get the heck away, girl. But that wasn't working, so I grabbed the grenade. Now realizing that my arm didn't have enough strength to keep this girl away, so I tried to get an RPG, but she was like, Sasha, you too G for me to keep away from you, do you see? So therefore I picked up my pride and I swallowed a missile so that every time I spoke to her, I would drop atomic bombs on her. And that's what it took to keep me single. I was born in July. The end of July, so I'm a Leo. I belong to a pack of lions. They're my friends, but I call them Art and Soul. Y'all already know. I like talking and having conversations with people who can banter to and fro. I like it when I get so comfortable with someone that they let me see the parts of them that they didn't really think that they were gonna let me see. I hate it when people are using me, ask me to do favors, and get upset when I say no. But instead of kicking them in the shin, I just get Drake on them like, hey. Stop making a big deal out of a little thing. Cause I got big wheels, but I got little wings. I'd take you home if you just gave me fuel. Gas money though. And while we talking about Drake, I might as well tell you, you already know, it's 305, that's my city. And I get it, I get it. I get it, I get it. You go for vacation, I go there to live it. But on a more serious note, I want to bring everything down on a more serious note. I'm the type of person that would rather be completely forgotten than hardly remembered. I call myself peerless, not because I'm conceited, but because I believe that before and after me, God broke the mold. I said before and after me, God broke the mold. And he did the same for you. I don't like when people call me Sasha Fierce. In fact, if I think about it too long, I'm probably gonna punch somebody in the throat. But I won't. And it's not because I don't like Beyonce or that I have anything against her. That's just not my name. And I feel like if my mom naming my name, you should be calling me that. Because that's what God decided to give me a name for. I don't call you something that's, fashionable to you. I actually admire Beyonce though. Because a few years ago, people were clowning her for saying that she felt different personalities. But I'm gonna just swallow my pride and buckle up and say that I can fiercely relate to the fact that pretty hurts. And like everybody else, I got stuff in my life that I'm haunted by. I can admit that even though it's probably been with the wrong person, I've stayed up at night drunk in love with the sleepy voice of the person on the other side of the phone. And I probably wake up and blow kisses to them in the morning. Sometimes I wish I was the type of person that would blow puffs of smoke in the air because of how deep I've been. I'm trying to get lifted because life has convinced me that I have no angels. Because I can't create partitions between me and darkness, jealous of those who know how, wishing that I could rocket myself into a different world and understanding of who I am. Are you gonna sit here and tell me that you never felt the pain of watching someone that you love be with somebody else and think to yourself, man, I'm wishing they could be mine. I'm wishing I could hug and kiss them, but life is like football, so if your X's and O's ain't in the right place, if you call the wrong plays, your flawless love is gonna actually turn into an earthquake separating you from you and the person that you love, and no matter how many superpowers you have, you can't get them back. Ain't it funny how life works out where the only person that makes you feel like you're in heaven is actually the one that's leading you to hell? That'll have anybody, and I mean anybody, feeling blue, ivy, but not enough to be poisonous and ruin my roses. See, I know I got things that are wrong with me. Like I know I talk too much. I know I think too much. I know sometimes I'm blunt. And you might think that I'm dark-skinned, but it's actually healed scabs from all the time that I've been cut from this garden. And you're probably asking yourself, man, he probably should be guarding his content better than he is, but I'm not. Instead, I choose to be beautifully honest. I honestly want to say to you that every time that I'm on this stage, sometimes life feels like I'm MJ in the flu game, but after I win the championship, I get back here and I give you all 6 of my rings. I want to tell you that when I come on this stage and I speak to you, I literally have to battle with the Secret Service of my mind's White House. And even though they take real good body shots hitting me through my heart, I somehow muster the strength to give this blood to you in the form of these roses. I do it for me, but more so I do it for you. I go to the garden of pain where beauty happens to be grown. And with bare hands, I pick these thorn-filled roses, trying to make for you a bouquet. And after you've seen it, you don't even have to accept them. After all, who wants white roses that are turned red by the blood of the man who picked them? But whether or not you take these roses, I'm here to say thank you for listening to the words in the card.